Okay, so today what we are going to be learning is subtracting integers. So first you're going to take some notes on subtracting integers. We will do some examples together and then make sure you are writing down the notes because afterwards you will take a picture and submit those for your assignment today. So remember on Monday and Tuesday when we discussed adding integers, I told you it was important to learn how to add integers because when we get to subtracting integers, you are actually not going to subtract integers. So when you have a subtraction problem that involves positive and negative numbers or two negative numbers, you actually change the subtraction problem to addition. So when subtracting integers, you are going to add opposite of the second number. Okay, so every subtraction problem with integers, you will rewrite as an addition problem by adding the opposite of the second number. Okay, so some examples. If you have an original problem of negative 13 minus a negative 5, okay, first thing you are going to do is rewrite that as an addition problem and you will add the opposite of the second number. So your first number stays negative 13. Subtraction, you change to addition. And then you need the opposite of the second number. So in this problem, your second number was negative 5. The opposite of that would be positive 5. Then you are going to go back and follow the notes that we had from Monday. Okay, so your new problem, your signs are opposite. So you're going to follow your notes for the signs being different. We're going to subtract the absolute values and then keep the sign of the larger absolute value. So since our signs are different, we are going to subtract. So we would take 13 minus 5 and get 8. Since 13 has the bigger absolute value, our answer is going to be negative. Okay, so again, when you have a subtraction problem that involves one or more negative numbers, you have to rewrite the problem as the addition of the opposite of the second number. Okay, so another example. If we had negative 9 minus 16, okay, subtraction problem with a negative number. So we need to rewrite this. First number stays. We change the subtraction to addition, and then we are adding the opposite of the second number. So our subtraction got changed to addition. This 16 becomes negative 16. So again, now we have an addition problem. We need to follow our rules from Monday. Since the signs are now the same, we are going to follow our rules for adding integers when they are the same. So we're going to add the numbers and keep the sign. So we would add 9 and 16 to get 25. And since they were both negative, our answer is negative. So we would have a negative 25. Okay. Another example. 7 minus a negative 11. Okay. Subtraction problem with negative numbers. So we need to add the opposite of the second number. First number stays the same. Subtraction gets changed to addition. And then we need the opposite of negative 11, which would be positive 11. So since our signs are the same, we are adding the numbers, keeping the sign. So when we take 7 plus 11, we're going to get 18. Those were both positive, so our answer is positive. Last example, 20 minus 3. Okay, so again, keep the first number, change subtraction to addition, add the opposite of the second number. So positive 3 now becomes a negative 3. Signs are different. So if we look back at our notes from Monday, signs are different. We're going to subtract the absolute values and keep the sign of the larger absolute value. So if we take 20 minus 3, we get 17. 20 was bigger, it was positive, so our answer is positive. Okay, so again, we never actually subtract integers. So when you're given a subtraction problem now, and it has one or more negative numbers, you have to change the problem and add the opposite of the second number. So this became addition, negative 5 became positive 5. Subtraction became addition, positive 16 became negative 16. Subtraction became addition, negative 11 became positive 11. Subtraction became addition, positive 3 became negative 3. Then you have all addition problems. All of these were then turned into adding integers, and then we followed our adding integer notes from Monday. If the signs are the same, meaning two positives or two negatives that you are adding, you add the numbers but keep the sign. If the signs are different, meaning a positive plus a negative or a negative plus a positive, you subtract the absolute values and you keep the sign of the larger absolute value. You will always refer back to these adding integer notes. So make sure you have them written down in your notebook where you can access them and use them, because we will never actually subtract integers. When it is a subtraction problem, you always add the opposite of the second number. So now you are going to do a Canvas assignment after you submit a picture of these notes. Then you will work on the IXLs for adding integers and subtracting integers.